What's up, everyone? It's Gray, aka the Hokagray, and we are talking about the RWBY finale. Unsurprisingly, I do apologize that this is going up the day after the finale aired, as opposed to the same day, which is what I normally try to do. But I tried to do a live reaction. I know. I said I wasn't going to, but I thought there could be some cool stuff in here, and there was. So I tried it. I flipped the screen, and I took off all the audio. So all it was the same smooth jazz that you should be hearing right now. And it still got copyright struck. So sorry. So yeah, no live reactions for me. I can't do it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but not worth the effort at this point. They're just not. So I do apologize for that. But I saw the finale. And this is a review, so there's going to be spoilers. So if you have not seen the Volume 7 RWBY Episode 13, please, god dang it, do not watch this episode. Or don't watch this video. Wait a week and then come back and watch this video, because I'm sure the opinions will still hold up there. I guess, overall, before I get into the juicy details, overall, I thought it was good. I thought it was definitely better than last season's finale, which, if you don't remember, involved the big robot and then a big grim monster. That was, that was fine. But once again, it holds true for almost the whole show at this point. The episode before the finale I thought was just better than the finale in pretty much every way. This one did have, so it starts off, it goes straight to Oscar, Runger, or, Ren, Nora, John. Oh, they're fighting Neo. Sorry, I probably have to cut that out. They're fighting Neo. And they're, it's kind of whatever. Neo's kind of broken. She always has been. As far as I'm aware, she can never get hurt. But I'm going to be honest, a little disappointed in the fact that they didn't have a better showing. I just feel like they've gone through training, and we've seen Team RWBY improve. I mean, we haven't really seen them, specifically improve their abilities, but we've seen them fight the Ace Ops, which is a testament to their improvement. But we haven't seen Runger really do anything. So they're just kind of going around simultaneously. We cut to Cinder fighting Winter and Penny. God, there's so many names in this show, so it's hard to keep track. I'm just making sure we're recording. That fight's pretty cool. She blows a hole open through the window. And once again, and they go outside. Winter uses her summons, which are really cool. And Penny and Cinder are just floating in the sky. It looks pretty cool, but it's a little goofy at the same time, because it's just so you don't really see that too often. And then Winter's riding a summoned Manticore. That's pretty freaking cool, I'm not gonna lie. Winter's great. I love Winter so much. They're going through all that shenanigans. Winter, Cinder kind of claps Winter. Well, she doesn't really hit Winter. She hits her Manticore, so she's falling now. She can't fly. She's a normal person. So Penny makes the call to go save her, and she's and then they have a cute moment when Winter's "What are you doing? It's do the thing, do the mission." And she's like, "This is my choice," or something reflecting back to early in the volume with their interactions. So they cut away again. I don't remember exactly the order of which this stuff, so it's just gonna be all over the place, but I do know kind of. To back to Neo and the others guys that are fighting him. Oscar loses because he's worn out, right? He was fighting Neo and he's running, so he's tired. He fell behind the rest of Team Runger, and then he gets pulled into a closet. It's Nora. Well, not really a closet, but a service hallway. I don't know. It's Nora, but spoiler, it's not Nora. It's Neo. Shocking. And then it goes back to Neo. They come back for him. Ren runs at Neo, and then she turns into Nora and gives him puppy doll eyes, and he stops. I didn't think that would work on him, but I guess it did. And then she just runs away, and then as they're running away, you see Ren's crying, and it's jeez. I'm just gonna finish up their part. They get there. They get to a hangar, and they're talking, and Ren is really mad because he's we failed as huntsman, and then they contact RWBY, who's with the doctor, who I don't remember, Maria, and then the rest of the RWBY guys. They're all on a ship leaving, Well, they're about to be on a ship leaving. We'll get to that later. Blake and Yang are on the ship waiting for Ruby and Weiss, who are on their way to Cinder and Winter. God, this is convoluted. Jeez. Jeez. I didn't realize. I said like 40,000 times. Also, I didn't mention, but the Winter Penny Cinder song has like a really dope sound. Like, it's a really cool song. So I'm just throwing that out there. That was awesome. Let's see. Oh, we cut to... We're just going to do this now, because why not? This is kind of part of the climax. Oscar, before he leaves... You know what? Actually, we'll come back to that. Go back to... Sorry, my hair's pissing me off. Go back to Cinder, Penny, Neo. No, just kidding. Cinder, Penny, Winter. There we go. Sorry. All the anime girls get confused in my mind. Penny, Cinder finally, like, while Penny is saving Winter, Cinder goes to the maiden. She wakes up. She's like, oh, is it time? And she's like, sure, for me. And, you know, whatever. She gets her, like, creepy, grim arm. She's like, ooh, I'm going to stick my fingers inside you without consent. And Freya's like, you know, no, I have a mission. And then she just, like, activates her maiden powers. And a pillar of, like, cold air goes around her, and it like completely screws Cinder's arm, because you know it's like a grim arm. And then we realize that there's a power difference between a fully realized maiden and a not fully realized maiden. So I guess that explains why Cinder isn't as strong as she should be, which should be like basically a god. And I guess it also doesn't explain how the original, whatever, it doesn't matter. So she's just kind of sitting there as a polar vortex. Cinder can't like get to her, so she leaves temporarily. Don't worry, she'll come back, of course. Who doesn't love Cinder? Best RWBY character ever. Definitely might be a part of the fault of the finale, is it like way too much on Cinder, and like Cinder sucks. Penny gets back there with Winter. Winter's like, she tries to go in there, and she's like, oh, it's too cold. Ironically, for Winter, it's too cold. And then Penny's a robot, so she's like steps in, she walks in the pillar, and then Freya's just kind of floating there with like all the energy swirling around her, and Penny's like, are you all right? And she's like, oh, I'm all right. And then she like stops it, and she's like holding her. She's like, blah blah. They talk about like, you know, that if you like, you know, whatever, when you do this you're supposed to die. And she's like, yeah, I know, but like I get what it's for. And then she asks Penny, are you the one? And Cinder rolls up to the club back now that the scary ice pillar is gone. And she wants to, you know, get the maiden powers again. And then Winter, like, just chops off her grim arm. And she, like, creepy Piccolo grows it back. It's really just not the most pleasant thing I've ever seen. But, you know. So she holds off Cinder for a second. For a little bit. And then Freya dies and gives Penny the maiden powers. Which is, okay. I don't hate Penny, but I don't love Penny. She's kind of a neutral character for me. I kind of feel the same way about like RWBY. They're just kind of like there. I don't hate them. I don't love them. So that was a little disappointing to me just because I liked Winter, but I understand that they didn't want to give Ironwood a maiden. And you'll see why later, because the spoiler alert, and once again, a big fault of this episode, I think, is Ironwood kind of goes full villain, and that sucks. But anyway... So that happens. Cinder gets super uppy, duppy, doopy, schmoopy. And right at that moment, Weiss and RWBY show up, and Cinder's like, well, F this. And then she flies away. No, RWBY uses her silver eyes, and in that, Cinder flies away. Another thing I forgot to talk about, Neo took the lamp from Oscar, by the way. Just throwing that out there. So now she has a relic. Basically... Winter's like, hey, you know, and he's like, you're hurt. She's like, no, you need to go. Get out. Like to Weiss and RWBY and Penny. They're like, leave. You're all criminals. Go. Just go. Giving you a head start. Blah, blah, blah. And also we see Winter with her hair down. Oh, God bless, dude. Winter's just gorgeous. I love that character. She's so... My heart, man. I couldn't... When her hair fell down, I'm like, oh, are we going to get to see it? You'll never see that part because it was in the reaction video. That can't exist. But, you know, that was cool. So they all get on the ship. Well, not they all. Winter stays, and she contacts Ironwood like, hey, this is my coordinates, can get it. Goes on the ship, leaves. Back to Runger. They're there with Oscar. And they're like, hey, the ship's coming. And Oscar's like, no, something I got to do. Like, you're going without me. I'll meet you guys later. Oscar dips. You figure out that he's going to Ironwood to talk to him. Like, hey, this is not, like, what you're doing right now is not it, Chief. And then, and he's like, I can't let you do all this. And then Ironwood, because I guess he doesn't like Oscar, just takes out a gun and shoots him off the edge of, you know, the room. They're in the room, by the way. They're like the room where the relic is. The relic, like, you know, it makes Atlas float. They're in that room, so like the really cool elevator and stuff. He just shoots Oscar off the side, his gun. Which, I'm gonna be honest, I think one of my biggest complaints is they were doing such a good job of making Ironwood like an antagonist, but also not like a villain, because like he was still trying to do the right thing. And I still like, I don't agree with sending Atlas into the sky just to wait it out, but I definitely think that the option of like just retreating makes sense to me. Sorry, the hat's like drooping down. That made sense, so I didn't dislike that. But this, I cannot understand his reasoning for shooting Oscar. He wasn't posing a threat. He wasn't like, it's just bizarre to me, and I didn't like it at all. So it really bums me out, because I really, really, really liked Ironwood this season. I thought he was a really expertly handled character, to be honest. He felt very real. But that's not what we got, so that's a bummer. Oscar's like falling. He falls all the way through Atlas. Ozpin comes back and like helps him out with his semblance of like green bubble circle, I don't know, energy, green energy basically, and breaks Oscar's fall, so he's fine, and Ozpin's there and he's like, hey, you saved blah 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 blah, I'm hit on Ruby for me, you know, creepy stuff. They pick up Runger, they're all leaving. Ironwood hears that they got away. The relic is not only gone, but the others got away, so he's really upset. He's spaghetti. Cinder and Neo. Neo gives Cinder the lamp, and she's like, ooh, finally, my plans. And Neo's like, bruh, like, some recognition. You failed in your thing, and I passed in mine. Cinder sucks, by the way. I really hate Cinder. Poor Neo had to carry that team so hard, and I really hope that she abandons her immediately, because Cinder's a loser. So there's that. Good voice acting, though. Not for Neo, for Cinder, obviously. But, let's see. Watts is looking out the window. He, like, smiles. So, I guess, one, we got confirmation that Watts is alive. Before that, we see Crow and Robin in, like, a transport. They're, like, handcuffed. And she, like, puts her hands on his shoulders to try and, like, hey, sorry. And he's, like, holding the bloody clover in his hand. I don't know why, you know, this is where it would be. So, that's going on. And then in the distance, you see a huge grim whale, like a flying grim whale, and Salem's just on it. So she's rolling up. Our heroes are running from the Alice military, and they're like, Salem's there. Tyrion's on the loose. Watts is going to get broken free, most likely. So that's just where it ends. There's no after credit scene. I looked, and the episode's, a lot happened. Next season's going to be insane, for sure. Just absolutely nuts. Now, just some of my miscellaneous thoughts about the whole episode as a whole. Repping the, nope, over here, Evie shirt. As a whole, as I said, it's a finale, and those tend to be a little weak, unfortunately. And this one felt the same. I just don't like Ironwood's turn. Penny being a maiden, it's interesting, but not... I mean, it's not like what I would want, but like, it's not my show, so like, it's fine. You know, it's not a complaint that I'm holding against it. But as far as, like, how hype I am, that got a mid-reaction for me, so don't be surprised about that. Tyrion's on the loose. That's cool. My thoughts on the volume, I think I'm going to save that for another video. I'm going to try and keep a shorter, brief summary in the volume, because I do think this might be the best RWBY volume, or at least the second best, if not the best. But yeah, that pretty much does it for my thoughts on the episode. Overall, it was good. Definitely good. It left a good taste in my mouth, but it did... I still just really don't like the Ironwood thing. If you guys disagree in the comments, let me know. Give me your thoughts. I'd love to hear it. Maybe someone can convince me otherwise. I'll feel a little... I'd like that, because I'd feel a little bit better about it, because that's really the only major complaint I think I had about the whole thing. I think. So yeah, that sums it up. that's it for my thoughts on the RWBY episode. So if that's all you're here for, feel free to leave, like the video. You know, please tell me your thoughts. Subscribe if you want to see more RWBY stuff in the future. Of course, you're not going to get weekly RWBY content anymore now that the show is over, but you might get some discussion videos, and I might bring in some guests, maybe, to talk about their thoughts, because I am only one person, and not all my thoughts are. I'm not like a genius, so maybe you guys would like to hear some differing opinions on some stuff. But yeah, as far as the channel goes, just letting you know, I have been working. I started a new job, so I'm working a lot more than I have been. So if you don't see like as much uploads, especially on the other channel, don't be surprised. But that should come back soon. Boku no Hero, I still want to get that out tomorrow, so expect that video tomorrow whenever Dragon Ball airs. I probably won't start another manga until I'm done with the training for this job, and then I'll reset back to a little more normal work schedule for me. So just don't expect it if the channel's a little dry for a couple weeks, as far as like only one video a week maybe. I don't really want to do that. I might have to talk about Boku no Hero episodes, which is fine, but it's not like super interesting. I'm just going to be giving my thoughts. Yeah, otherwise, once again, that does it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys in the next one, which should be tomorrow. Stay tuned.